Good morning. My name is Arthur Burrell, junior political science major. And there are two topics that we went over this semester that I feel like I took some importance out of. The first one would probably come from A Raisin in the Sun when we look at Walter Lee Younger. Um, the most important thing I took away from that was just the role as an African American man and just a father figure or the provider. Um, Me personally, I do find myself trying to be the problem solver of my family or just in my situations dealing with my significant others. And I also can relate to Walter Younger as to know or to see that he was trying to maybe overcompensate and do maybe too much as opposed to what he was really asked of. And I learned that like it's simply sometimes you just have to step back and listen and just listen to what's being asked of you immediately, not necessarily what you feel like is the best solution. Walter thought that a get rich quick scheme or just money would solve their issues, and their issues would stem from financial situations. And it also helped me learn that you don't necessarily need the financial or political freedom to attain your American dream, but it's just about what you figure out what your American dream is and what needs to be happening in that immediate situation, as opposed to you thinking that this should happen because you feel like this should happen and this is the best for the family when you in actuality don't really know what's best for the family because all you know is what's best for you and you're inside your person, and because you don't know what their situation looks like within them, because they could be like in the story they're just asking for a house and togetherness and just to be a family, and Walter thought it was money. But that just taught me like you just gotta listen and really figure like listen to what is being asked of you in that sense. Um, the next point I took a that well the next topic that I feel like I took a lot from was when we were talking about significant men and African American movements and just the Black Power movement. Um, I just thought it was an amazing thing because it was something that I hadn't learned about. Just empowering black people or where it came from because I'm aware of the Black Lives Matters and everything, but I didn't realize that it sparked like prior to. But I was fully aware of the Black Panther, but I wasn't aware that that was the motto that was the push to get things going. And I just really the thing that taught me was that history kind of repeats itself. We're still being faced with this situation with police brutality, just unarmed lives being taken away, and this is just the difference between back then and now. I would say, well, even further stretching past, or stretching back to slavery times, like the difference between slavery and the Black Power was just the amount of education African Americans had at the time, and like just being able to grasp the situation of slavery, like we are being oppressed and just knowing what's going on. But then we moved to a solution in televising it and showing the world like this is how African Americans are being treated. So what's going to happen next? And now we move into this light into this society where to solve the issue during the Black Power movement was just to simply stop televising it. What do we do today? Because you turn on CNN, social media, Instagram, Facebook, you see your Sandra Bland, Samir Rice, and stuff, and Ahmaud Aubrey, Eric Garner's, and you see that this is still going on and it's being televised. So what happens? What needs to happen next? And it's just kind of mind-boggling just to know that like history repeats itself. And as a black man, my role here is just to stay within myself and beat the odds and stay educated on what's happening with our community and what I can control and what I can't control, and what deserves a reaction and what doesn't deserve a reaction. Because at the end of the day, African Americans are very significant in any light. I feel like any time period, any era, and there's no reason for us to try to overcompensate and try to get people to feel us or get people to agree and think that our way is the best way or our way has been the hardest way. I just want people to respect where we're coming from.